Are you getting overwhelmed by the thought of starting your nutrition coaching business? Let me help you ground yourself and show you that launching your online nutrition coaching business is not that difficult. If we focus on one thing, clear action with a plan. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin. And many nutrition coaches struggle with feeling confident, even outside starting their own nutrition coaching business. So on my channel, I help them gain the confidence to transform the health and lives of others, allowing them to build a successful nutrition coaching business. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you subscribe. Starting nutrition coaching can sound overwhelming and like it's an endless amount of work. That's why I have broken down the process in 4 videos. In the first video, we will focus on where to find your clients and how to talk to them. The second part is all about the legal stuff, so registering your business, taxes, setting up bank accounts, and so on and so on. Part 3 will be about tools to launching your coaching business. So we talk about what video software to use for online communication, what payment processes, and how to set up your tracking sheets. And step 4 will be about getting clients, so selling your first nutrition coaching package. When we think about starting nutrition coaching, we have to understand that our effort is important, but knowing where to make the effort makes all the difference. So here's the problem. Many coaches skip the basics and they want to start right away with marketing. So they wonder about what to post, where to post, what to include in their packages, and how much to charge. My hope with this video is that it takes a lot of the stress away. So I want you to feel at the end of the series excited and motivated, and you enjoy the momentum of actually making progress. Because my experience shows that coaches are struggling, and I've seen this time and time again. They're working their behinds off, trying their best to get their new coaching business off the ground, but they have often very little to show. Then they are burned out, they lose motivation, and they start to seriously doubt if nutrition coaching is actually the right thing for them. One thing is for sure, you will feel nervous, and sometimes you might feel overwhelmed. And that's totally normal because you have to understand you're doing something completely new. You will live on the edge of your current skills because you're doing something that you have never done before. But my hope is after the series, you see that the process of actually starting is fairly easy. It doesn't take lots of work or lots of months or months and months of preparation. But you have to be willing to focus your efforts on the things that really matters. My hope is that many of the ideas of what you think you have to do will suddenly start to align themselves and click into place. So my goal is really to make this significantly easier for you. Yet you will sometimes feel stuck, you will sometimes struggle, or you will procrastinate. And I want you to imagine in these moments, what would your most confident, most capable, boldest self do? Try to imagine you are already a successful nutrition coaching business owner. What would this future version of you do in this situation? Because here's the key. You first have to become something before you can get the results. Now let's dive into the topic, where to find your ideal clients and how to talk to them. Posting on social media is a common strategy. And let me be clear, it is a very successful strategy. What you're seeing right now is posting valuable content to attract the right clients to me. So it is 100% a strategy that works. But if you're just starting out, the problem is, how do you figure out how to get in front of the people that you want to talk to? And what are actually valuable posts for the people that you want to work with? And how do you create engaging posts that you are proud of to share? And there are 2 common strategies to answer these questions. One is to dive into your own experience, to think about what problems you have, or to try to imagine what problems people have that your ideal clients have. The problem with this strategy is that your experience is limited to your world, and we often struggle to put words into what we feel. The other strategy is to listen to our ideal clients. But if we are online coaches, we often don't even get in contact very much with our ideal clients. So listening to them can be very difficult unless your ideal clients are actually part of your family or bigger friend circle. So one proven very effective way to get in front of your ideal clients is to be active in Facebook groups. So you look for groups that are active with your ideal clients in it. And you're looking for a solid description, and you can already learn a lot about your ideal clients from the descriptions. You look for new members that have recently joined, and you look for recent posts so you know this group is active. Let me show you how this looks. So for example, we want to help men with their weight loss. So we go to Facebook, we type in weight loss for men, and we select groups. And here's something interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3 groups, the bottom 3, that show up when we search weight loss for men, but on the profile are women. So you already can notice, oh, there aren't really a lot of groups that focus on weight loss for men. But then we have at spot number 2, dad bod transformation. And let's click on it and see what happens. Notice how this group presents itself. Notice the big logo. What is it actually communicating? That is the bright future that this group promises. So that's your opportunity to learn something about your bright future. So apparently, dads want to be this old school strongman with this majestic beard, ripped, muscular, and proud. So they're almost standing in front of their work and saying, I have done this. But they have also very clear benefits. So daily support, accountability, nutrition plans, training plans, and education. So take notes here already how they present the bright future of your ideal clients, because this will help you to present your coaching package in a certain way and maybe what images to use on future social media posts or maybe on your website. So here, when you look closely, you already can learn a lot about your ideal clients. Another opportunity is to search for men and fitness. And here you see a lot more groups that are specifically for men. And notice again the icon, how often this muscular, jacked man comes up. And you can also go through these groups and see how they describe themselves. And the difference between fitness beast and 50 plus fitness for men. How are these two groups different? What are they talking about? Because this allows you to distinguish yourself between the personal trainer that wants to work with under 50 and over 50 people. But you don't have to just focus on men. So maybe you have read Changemaker from John Berardi and you have learned that health and nutrition becomes important very often after significant life changes. And one such life change can be a divorce. So there is actually a divorce support group for men on Facebook, and you could join them if you want to focus on divorced men. In all cases, look at the activity. Look, 20 new posts today and 37 new members in the last week. So this group grows and is very active. That means if you are active in there, you will get responses, you will get new connections. And it also means you can learn a lot about the people in this group because there is interaction all the time. So look out for high levels of activity. Many of these groups have rules around being spammy and not selling. And that's totally relatable. Nobody wants to get people in there and just take. It takes away from the feeling of support. So how can you introduce yourself without being spammy or without being considered a coach that wants to sell something? And here's a template that you can use as a way to introduce yourself. So I like to write something like, hi everyone, excited to join this new group. I got divorced 2 years ago and had a really difficult time dealing with it. Getting into the gym and eating right gave me an anchor while my whole world shifted. So I start with the key experiences that I have had that connects me with this group. It shows me I am a divorced man and I know what it's like. I belong here. Then here comes a very subtle pitch, very subtle. Now I help guys like myself find their place in this new world by showing how health and fitness can help them stay sane. Notice I clearly describe what I do, but in a kind of vague way, so it doesn't come across as salty and pitchy. But I want to distract from this little pitch even more, so I follow up with a joke or with something funny. For example, but I'm still a huge fan of chocolate chip ice cream though. And I give them a very simple way to engage with my post. So what's your cannot say no to ice cream flavor? I need some ideas for Saturday's game or for Sunday's game. In Germany it's Saturday. And I end the introduction with something that I want to get out of this group. So I'm looking forward to connecting with everyone, and I hope my experience might help some of you while in their journey in this new life. So notice I'm introducing myself, I'm making it clear that I help divorced men, but it doesn't read like a sales pitch. It reads like, oh, there's a divorced man who focuses on helping divorced men. But there's much more you can do in these groups. Again, nobody wants the feeling that you take something away from the group. You take members, you take energy. So instead become somebody who gives into the group. So like and care. People love sharing their accomplishments, their new gym equipment, their gym routine, a gym selfie, a healthy meal, maybe something else they've been working on, a do-it-yourself project they're proud of. So every time you go in this group, have the mindset of I want to increase the life of everybody in this group. I want to uplift everybody they interact with. And one possible way to do that is to comment on posts. You don't want to comment on every post because that's admin work. But what you can do is you can organize the comments by most active and respond to the top 3 or top 4 posts and focus on giving as much of your tips as possible. Don't try to be a little bit vague and not giving them too much. Really explain in the best way possible how to deal with this situation. But you also listen to the other comments and listen to the original post, because you get an idea of what are their common problems, their common questions, their common roadblocks, their common desires. And take note, because again, you want to learn how to talk with your ideal clients. So you have to understand their world. What are they struggling with and where do they want to be? Again, this is your research in the beginning to position your coaching package as the best solution for example, divorced men. And you might think, oh, that's a lot of work, but first of all, you will gain a lot of confidence. You will train yourself to give precisely quick health and nutrition tips. And that's going to be super helpful in every conversation and in discovery calls and sales calls. And writing helps you to think more clearly and more quickly. So you will learn a lot and you build the confidence in your coaching skills. You can also repurpose your investment. So you just completed a great comment, then you can take the main problem or the main desire from the original post, use it as a headline, add your comment to it, maybe read to some of the other comments that got a lot of good feedback, and then you have your own social media post that you can share. So you get 2 results with one work, and if you then can also share for example, from Instagram to Facebook, you have shared it in 3 places and you've only done the work once. And trust takes time. It's not easy to build. So you have to be present in the group and you have to connect with people a couple of times before they maybe start a conversation with you, before they send a friend request. And if you notice people are coming to you asking for advice or thanking you for the advice that you gave, then you can continue the conversation to maybe offer them a discovery call. And how to continue a text messenger conversation until you invite them to a discovery call and how to have a discovery call, I have a full playlist on that you can find here and also in the description below. What can you do when you don't want to use Facebook? There are, of course, a couple of trade-offs. One opportunity to learn about your ideal clients is Amazon. So look for popular books, for example, on weight loss for men. Then you find the Bigger, Leaner, Stronger book by Michael Matthews. Look at the headline. What is the headline promising? Look at the description of the book. What is the problem this book tries to sell? Look at the table of contents. What are the topics this book talks about? And then go into the comment section. Start with the low reviews and see what people don't like or even hate about this book. This is a great opportunity to set yourself apart from a book like this. But also look at positive comments to see how this book has actually impacted other people. Why? Because then this impact is something you can promise with your program. So you promise the amazing results people have had with this book. Apart from Amazon, you can also join some online forums like Reddit, and you can search there for weight loss men and see some of these threads. It gives you an idea of what problems people face, what questions do they have. But it also allows you to interact with people on Reddit, and you build your confidence of talking about health and fitness and sharing health and fitness tips. Google is another simple opportunity. When you search weight loss man, Google often shows you people also ask. So you learn what people think and how they think. What are the questions that are going through their mind? And when you look at the top 1 or 2 posts or articles, you get an idea what is actually really valuable, because what is at the top is what people click on. And Instagram in many ways is similar to Facebook. So you start by researching popular hashtags. So instead of groups, you search for hashtags. And then you look at the top posts. What do these top posts have in common? What is their aesthetic? What hashtags are they using? Do they have hashtags in common? Then you can check out the profiles. How is the profile picture of each of these accounts? How they are writing their bio? What are they talking about on their profiles? You can go through the comments and see how these comments resonate with your ideal clients. So you understand what is actually something that the people that you want to work with are emotional about, that they respond to. From there, you can create your own post. You can maybe pull together a couple of other ideas, or maybe they talked about what mistakes people make, so you create a how-to guide. Or if you see how-to guides, you can talk about mistakes, or maybe you push it one step further, how to stretch when you are 50 plus. You can then, here's a free, simple 10-minute stretch for men over 50. Whatever it is, you can get inspiration and always think, how can I add a different perspective? Or maybe how can I combine this? And while you're researching, you can also watch out for other accounts you can cross-promote or work with. So I tend to look for accounts that are 5 to 10 times bigger than my account. And then I offer them the opportunity to create a post for them, or maybe go live with them. Maybe they go live on I go live on their channel, they go live on my channel, and we can cross promote each other. This is a super simple way to get in front of your audience by boring the audience. What platform should you choose? And of course, there's not a single answer, and you can always change. But here are 4 criteria you can think about. First, focus on one platform. So focus on Instagram and really learn the ins and outs of Instagram. Or focus on Facebook and learn the ins and outs of Facebook. But there's now very easy ways to cross promote. So what you share on Instagram, you can share on Facebook, and what you share on Facebook, you can share on Instagram. So while you focus on learning one platform well and building your audience there, you can always cross promote and see maybe you find somebody on the other platform that responds to your posts. Personally, I see Facebook a little bit more text-based and has much bigger opportunities for communities, while Instagram becomes more and more video-based. So you probably need to be in front of the camera to grow your Instagram account. So maybe one or the other is easier for you. Then you can search for the social media platform demographics. And when I took this from statistica.com, men tend to be more on Facebook and women tend to be more on Instagram. But what I think is a little bit more important is, where do you see more engagement and more opportunities? So if you don't see any groups for weight loss for men on Facebook, but you see very strong hashtags around man weight loss or dad bod transformation or whatever it is, then maybe you should focus on Instagram because there's more energy and there's more engagement. On the other way, if you don't find anything on Instagram, but you find a really cool group like the Divorced Man group on Facebook, Facebook probably is the way to go for you, at least in the beginning. Again, you can always change. And a common question that I get is, do I need a business account? So on Instagram, it's fairly easy to turn your private account into a business account. So I often recommend that. Unless you want to keep your private and your personal business separate, then it's better to start with an Instagram business account. On Facebook, the issue is you often cannot join a group with a page profile. So you need your private profile to join a group. And it also communicates the idea of I am a member much more clearly than a fan page joining the group. So in my experience, in the beginning, you probably don't need a business account. Another important part is optimize your profile. Look for a great profile picture. And you can get its inspiration from some of the other accounts that focus on your ideal clients, on your niche. What are they using as profile pictures? Is it just a headshot? Is it a body shot? Is it maybe a shot in the gym? You can look at that for inspiration and either think, I'm going with that, or maybe I'm not really, I don't like this approach, and you choose something else. Both works. And then also your bio. Your bio doesn't have to be very complicated, but give people an idea of what you do. Similar to the introduction post that I shared a couple of slides ago, maybe you share something like, I help new moms eat healthier and become a role model so they lose their baby weight. Very easy. And in part 3 of our video, I show you how to write a compelling call to action for people to sign up for a discovery call with you. But we first have to set up your scheduling software. Again, we will talk about this in part 3. But the idea is, people check out your profile, they see their bio, they see what you do, and then they can reach out to you or at least get in contact with you. Where do you go from here? Part 2 will be about, again, business, tax registrations, bank account, and how to choose your name. Once this video is uploaded, I will add it in the description below. Part 3 is all about tools, so communication tools, payment processors, and tracking sheets. And part 4 is essentially the part where you get your first client and sell your first package. And the key will be to use the connections you have built starting today. And that's my challenge for you. Start today joining a group, researching hashtags, getting on Amazon and Quora, researching and understanding your group. Now you start with the long-term process of building your knowledge and building connections. But maybe we are wondering, okay, what about beyond that? So how do you offer a coaching package, and how do you provide a clear structure for clients to thrive? And there's so much more to learn, from sales conversations to structuring sessions and dealing with difficult clients. And the reality is, it is easy to get lost. Building a business is anxiety inducing and often feels overwhelming. And researching all these important topics can be a nightmare. It takes time, it takes effort, and sometimes even after watching a video, you don't really still feel sure where to start. So what I would like to invite you to is my free Sell Your First Coaching Package course. And it helps you get a clear idea of what to do. It helps you to stop procrastinating, and it builds your confidence. So this free course isn't just a tiny snack of info. It walks you through the whole process of selling your first package and how to design it, how to have a sales conversation, and how to have great coaching sessions. And it gives you a clear focus. So instead of doing a lot of work without focus, you will focus on what is really most important and what actually moves the needle of your business forward. And once you have the clarity of your offer and you know exactly what to charge and what to include, and I talk about this in this free course, you will also learn how to create an outstanding coaching experience so the people that you work with want to stay with you for longer and also refer people to you. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description below. Let me know what you think. Do you have any questions? Do you have any thoughts? Let us chat in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe this video so you see the other parts of this series as well. And if you want to connect personally with me, you can find me on Instagram.